Hello, hello, and happy Thursday and happy Facebook Live time. My name is Melissa Kerman with Melissa's Crafting Treehouse. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I've been a demonstrator for over 19 years. Can't believe it. Still love it as much as the day I started. So I've got a bunch in store tonight. I've got a project to share with you, some announcements. I'm going to show you a couple of cards that friends have recently sent me, and team members, customers, friends, etc. What else do I have? I'm going to show you a bunch of different things. So let's go ahead and dive in. Now, I have been out of town for about 2 weeks. I actually skipped, I think, 2 Facebook Live, well, 2 weeks in between, right? So I went a longer stretch. It's been a long time since I've been here, so I'm excited to be back and excited to join you, have you join in with me. Hi, Trudy. Hi, Jan. Hi, Megan. Yay. I got your package today, by the way. Thank you for sending me all those boards back. I appreciate it. Hi, Elizabeth. So glad to see people joining in. So, yes, I have been on a trip to California, and I posted some pictures on my Facebook page. So if you went and checked them out there, and it was just a small fraction of the photos, but it was so much fun. We were there for our wedding and visiting friends. I lived in the San Francisco Bay Area for about 20 years. And my sister still lives there. So got to spend time with her and with my husband's family up in Davis, and in Sacramento I saw a friend, and in the East Bay I saw friends. It was really amazing, just super rejuvenating. I don't know if you guys feel that way when you go on vacations. This was just a great departure, and I did work during part of my trip, but most of it was fun, and well, it was more than fun. It was just a blast. It was just, I had so much fun. So if you haven't checked out my photographs yet, please go ahead and do that. I actually had a weekend in Lake Tahoe with my sister and her husband and my cousin and his wife and family. And I love the mountains and wildflowers. Took some gorgeous pictures of wildflowers and nature, which is one of my favorite things to do. Next to stamping. Anyway, check out those photos if you feel so inclined. So again, I've got some announcements tonight. I've got a project to share. And so let's just go ahead and dive in. So let's see. And while I'm thinking about it, make sure to tag friends to join us here to watch the video. Share whether you're watching live or in the replay in Facebook or YouTube. This video will go live on YouTube in a couple of days. So please share. I appreciate that so much when you do it. All right, so the project today features the Lovely in Linen designer series paper. Hi, Jolene. Oh, you saw the purple flowers in my pictures. Yes, I love purple, and it's, I love purple flowers, so yes. Okay, yes, so Lovely in Linen, and that is the theme for the July Simple Sweet Stampers tutorial bundle. I often show you the projects that I contribute to the tutorial bundle, and that's what I'm doing tonight. So if you're not familiar with what that tutorial bundle is, hi Anne-Marie. Hi Terry, wonderful to see you guys here. If you're not familiar with the tutorial bundle, it's something that I collaborate with 11 other demonstrators on. Anne-Marie is one of them. She's here with us today. And I provide that tutorial bundle free to my team members, so they get that every single month. And I also give it to customers who purchase at any level with me when you place an order. So it's a great set of tutorials. And this month's tutorial features this Lovely in Linen designer series paper, actually the bundle. I didn't have the bundle, I just had the designer paper, so that's what I worked with. And there's some great projects in the mix, so something you can look forward to if you're a team member or a customer of mine who purchases in July. All right, so we'll get to the project in just a bit. Before that, I want to share a couple of announcements. So there's a sales tax holiday that starts on July 15th, goes through August 14th. Now, it's not that whole time everywhere. The sales tax holiday is going to happen in 14 different states, with 23 to 28 different products that Stampin' Up! Sells, depending on the state. So different states will allow you to get the tax holiday on different products. One of those states, in Massachusetts, if I'm reading the thing correctly, which I'm pretty sure I am, the entire catalog is tax-free in Massachusetts. Somebody correct me if you interpreted the information differently, but that's how I'm taking that. So if you live in Massachusetts, during that window, let's see, Massachusetts in particular, is August 13th and 14th. So most of the states that are doing it, it's only just a small little snippet of time, maybe a couple of days or whatever. So if you are a subscriber to my newsletter, there was a link to that full list with all the products that apply, the states and all that in my newsletter. If you're not a newsletter subscriber and want to be one, just comment here, message me your email address, and I'd be happy to add you. Okay, so that is the first update. Next up, you guys know Celebration is going on right now. What that is, if you're not familiar with it, is when you spend $50 or $100, you can get a free celebration item. Some you qualify for when you spend 50, others you qualify for when you spend 100. Anyway, they're great products. They're all for free with your order. You get to pick which ones you want. Now, the celebration items are only available while supplies last. And this week, just a few days ago, Stampin' Up! Announced that already one of the items is sold out. That one is the Pool Party and Soft Seafoam cards and envelopes. So we're not even 2 weeks into Celebration and it's gone. I guess it was very popular. It makes it really easy to make cards when you have pre-cut cards and envelopes that coordinate, right? So anyway, that is just to say, if you're going to take advantage of Celebration, please do it soon. Get the item or items that you especially want before they're gone. All of that is linked on my website. On every blog post, I have links to that on my homepage. You'll be able to see that anyway. So go check it out if you want to check out the Celebration freebies. All right, hosts also get a perk, and I did not have this to show the last time I was live, so I'm going to show it now. So when your party gets to $300 in sales, whether it's an individual, your own party that you've purchased to get to this level, or a group of people, you still qualify. You get this perfect pomegranate stamp set completely free. So that's for hosts. During Celebration, which is July to the end of August of 2022. Okay, and then there's another perk, and that's for people who purchase the starter kit. So, and as with that stamp set I just showed you, I did not have the free perk to show you when I was on last, so I'm going to show that to you in just a bit. So when you buy the starter kit, it's $99. You get $125 in product that you get to pick. You get business supplies like catalogs and forms and that kind of thing. You get a free paper pumpkin kit. So it's an awesome deal just as is. But during Celebration and whenever Stampin' Up! Does a different special, there's a different thing you can get that's extra. So this time around, what Stampin' Up! Is giving to people who join and buy the starter kit in July and August of this year is this lovely planner. So I'm showing you the outside now. I've inserted my pages. I'm going to show you the inside after because I don't really want to waste people's time that may not be interested in seeing it, but it comes with a stamp set and some other things too. So I'm going to show that at the end. So stay to the end if you want to see the inside of the planner, how it's organized, how to use it, all that kind of stuff. All right. Let's see what else. Quick little updates. Anybody who signed up for the Sunprints class, whether you signed up for just the electronic documents, the PDF and video, or a kit in the mail, all the stuff is here. So now I'm just preparing the kits. The PDF and video is almost ready. So for those of you that just wanted the electronic materials, I will be sending you a link soon, probably within about a week, with a link to pay and get that as an instant download. For those of you who got kits, it will take me a little bit more time than that to prepare the kits and get them shipped out. Anyway, coming soon. Everything is in order on those things. Product shares, anybody who purchased product shares, all of the items are in and there are no back orders. So I've gotten everything. Now all I have to do is cut and do all the other, fun prep. The target date for product shares to ship is August 1. I'm hoping it will be sooner than that. I'm going to work to get it out sooner if I possibly can. So just to those of you who want, just little updates, right? All right, what else? In August, I'm going to be doing the Tarnished Foil Projects Technique class as part of my Technique class series. There is a wait list if you are interested in getting on a list to make sure you get notified of when those details are ready. I'm going to put that in the description of this video. So if you're looking for it and you're interested in that class, make sure to click on the link. I didn't have it in my newsletter this last week. Didn't think of it. So I'm going to include it in the description of this video on Facebook and on YouTube. All right, last but not least, actually one of the most important things, I've got the Summer Makers Mojo Creative Escape happening later this month. The live event is July 29th and 30th. It's going to be part of the day on the 29th, pretty much the whole day on the 30th. Presentations all day long by 5 talented demonstrators. Yes, I'm including myself in that. We will have amazing project demonstrations, amazing projects, a variety of different kinds of projects. You'll get a PDF and video that you can watch as many times as you want after the fact, or you can join in live, whichever you choose. It's a great event. Now, if you are interested in possibly getting that event for free, I give it to my new team members, the first event, absolutely free. So now it's $45 for people who attend, and then my team members can earn it after that first one they get free by meeting certain criteria. So just know there is a way to get it for free, and I'd love to have you join my Treehouse Chicks team. And I see Terry. Yes, Terry signed up to come. So yay! We're glad to have you. Glad you're going to join us again. Yes, it will be awesome. So many creative ideas. You'll just be like bursting with creative inspiration. That's our goal. All right, so that's coming up. I will also have details and links in the video description today as well. Now, in case I think I may have mentioned this last time, but I'm going to I want to say it again. We also have a Makers Mojo Creative Escapes with an S at the end page. Now that's a business page where all of us who demonstrate and present can share. So I've gone live in that page in the last couple of weeks with a sort of bonus project. It's free to everybody. Joe Blackman went live in there today with an adorable little project. We provide updates in that group, details about what's going on with Makers Mojo, reminders, all that kind of thing, some sneak peeks. So if you haven't already gone to the Makers Mojo Creative Escapes page, I know, mouthful, and click the link to follow, please do that because you'll get some great content plus updates about the event. Okay. Let's see. Oh, and you won't regret it, everyone. Worth every penny. Oh, thank you, Terry. I agree, 100%. It's well worth the money if you pay for it, of course. If you don't, then it's, yeah, you know, that speaks for itself. All right, so let's see what else. So go over there and do that. All right, I think we're ready to check out the project. I'm going to turn my camera down, and we're going to take a look at what I have in store for you today. Okay, let's turn me that way first. Okay, so what you're seeing here on the screen, and I'm gonna show you the projects, the cards that some people have recently sent to me at the end too. So I've got them right off to the side. Try not to forget. So now this lovely and linen paper, this is the paper that I'm working with today. And again, I don't have the stamp set or dies or anything like that. But I do have the paper, and it's really pretty paper. Now, when I first saw this paper, I was less than excited, let me just tell you. I love these neutral patterns, just love them. And these ones as well. Now, there's two sides to everything, right? So I got that side. Those are the more neutral patterns also. And the other patterns on the back of this one. So now they're all very kind of elegant, pretty patterns. I'm going to be showing you, my project is going to feature these or these. Like I've done two different variations because I want you to see sort of the potential of how to use this paper. Now, if you get the Simple Sweet Stampers tutorial bundle, you'll have lots of ideas for what to do with this paper because I think almost everybody used it in their projects. So that's the paper we're featuring. Now, I'm also going to be using these two papers on my projects. This is the specialty gold and rose gold specialty paper. I've shared it before. I love this paper. I just think it's so elegant, and it made me gasp the first time I saw it. Beautiful, even more beautiful in person, if you can imagine that. I'm also going to be using the Splendid Thoughts stamp set, and the dies for this project. There's one die missing, I have it out. And then I'm using sentiments from the Season of Chic. Now it also comes with a set of dies, but I'm not using the dies today. I am going to be playing with this suite very soon, so stay tuned for more fun ideas. In fact, I'm going to be making something for Maker's Mojo with this. Haven't designed it yet, but it's coming. And then I'm using my rectangle stitched framelit dies, the sort of go-to, have to have it, use it all the time set of dies. Okay, so just let's take a look quickly in the catalog at these products. So here, there's the Splendid Day suite, beautiful, beautiful color palette. So that's what I'm using for part of the project. And then there's my Textured Chic, which also has gorgeous, gorgeous designer paper and gold distressed paper that goes with it. Love these so much. So stay tuned for more with those beautiful products. All right, going to set these aside. We'll get the project pieces out. All right, so I'm going to be working with a card base that's soft succulent. And I'm just going to show you the card quickly. Now I'm going to do two different versions. This is the one that's finished. And again, this was for my Simple Sweet Stampers tutorial bundle project. Hi, Joan from Washington State. Just nice to have you here. Okay, so we're using all the things that I just showed you, plus, where did I put the other thing? It's in my pile over here. Oh, yes. Plus these 2021-23 in color opal rounds. Super, super pretty. So that's what I used on in a couple spots right in there. So I've got some tricks for you to how to put this together because those dies are pretty detailed. And as you can see, I've left the pieces inside the opening. So there are going to be some tips and ideas for how to do that more easily. All right, so I started by using this die right here, and I die cut several pieces of designer series paper in a couple of different patterns to make the background for my card. Now you can see this is in a sleeve. I like to keep them in the sleeve, especially when there's lots of pieces, because in case one of them sort of falls off the magnet, it keeps it in place. And these are sold by Stampin' Storage. If you, one of the things that I buy from Stampin' Storage is those magnet plates, those little sleeves. If you're ever interested in buying from Stampin' Storage, I am actually an affiliate for them, and I have a link on my blog on the sidebar. So if you go to that link, I'll get a tiny little bit of a commission from the sale. And I mean, it's pretty tiny, but you know, every little bit counts. All right, so I have die cut 4 of the pieces with that rectangle stitch die that I just showed you. I decided to go with 2 of the ones that were kind of more subtle and, you know, just kind of filler, if you will, and then 2 different ones here. This is actually my favorite of the patterns, I think. I just love that. And I've got a piece of Whisper White cardstock. I have already stamped at the bottom. That Thinking of You is stamped in Evening Evergreen. And again, I used one of these images from Season of Chic. On my 2 different cards, I got Thinking of You, and I also used You Are Amazing Beyond Measure, which I love that. It's just, check that out at the bottom. That's what I shared in my little sneak peek when I was sharing about this Facebook Live. You are amazing beyond measure. I love that. I want to send that to like all of my favorite people. So I did the Thinking of You on this one just to mix it up a little bit. And what I'm going to start with is just placing my pieces. And I've got the one at the top. I want it to have the same edge on the left and on the top. And I'm not pressing it down because I kind of want to just get my placement, make sure I'm happy with it, and get those other pieces in place at the same time. So let's get that in there, just resting it down. Just kind of rest it down. And then this second piece that's the same. And this is where you kind of get the spacing. So I'm anchoring it by the top and the bottom and getting that side spacing so that it's the same with that one. Again, just resting it down there without pressing on it. And then I've got my last one off here to the right. Now you can see my spacing is a little off, right? Because I've got a lot more space down here than I do in between the two. So I'm just going to rest that down and then adjust this position a little bit. And I can easily move it because I haven't pressed it down. And now I've got my even spacing, in all the openings, just like that. Okay, so, hi Melissa. It's always fun when somebody has the same name as you. Gotta say hello. Melissa Mitchell. All right, I'm sorry, gotta get that back up because it's not quite straight on, and if I'm nothing, I try to be precise. Okay. There we go. Now I can commit and get them all on there. So these two obviously are lined up along the same line, and these ones along the same line, and then I've got about equal spacing between all those openings. So that's the way that I wanted to do it. Okay, so now we're going to take our specialty paper. And I'm showing you this piece here because I'm also doing one with the rose gold. But I took my regular gold and I die cut all these pieces. I'm going to show you on the other card a little bit about an alternative way to assemble. But these pieces, what I did was I took them out of the die. Actually, I didn't take them out of the die. So see how here? It's in the die. I left it like that with all the pieces in there. Now on this particular one, I put dimensionals on it. So I use the dimensionals to kind of anchor the cutout pieces on the inside with the outside edge. So if you leave the die in place and leave that all in there, it works really well with this paper because it sort of wants to hold on to the die anyway. So that's what I did with these guys, what you see over there, to keep them all in place. Now, I also, before I took it out of the die, I put white glue on the backside. You can see it's a little bit shiny. So I used my multi-purpose liquid glue, kind of drew it all over, and I did it, on a little bit on the edges, mostly on the inside. You can probably kind of see in there. And then I let it dry. So this just allows me to hold on to it without getting my fingers sticky, without it oozing out on my paper. It's like my favorite trick of all time. And I can hold on to it without any trouble. Okay, there's a little bit of edge on there. Just wipe that off. Okay, so now let's get our positioning. And these shapes are really pretty, whether you take the inside out or not. But I don't know, I really liked it filled in. I felt like it made it a little bit less busy to have the inside piece remain inside. Okay, so here's my next one. Same thing, it's got adhesive on the back. I can pick it up and play with it, maneuver it. And I want this one to be just kind of under, a tiny bit under that top leaf. I kind of felt like it just anchored it a little bit to have it connected. Now this last one, just like with that other one, has dimensionals, and I didn't use quite so many on this one. Cut a bunch of them in half, and they are straddling the thin outside edge and the inside piece to kind of hold them together. Now I have taken the backings off. Have I taken the backings off? I only took some of the backings off, so let's take the rest of them off. And I'm going to use my paper piercing tool to do that. Makes it really easy to pull them off. A very delicate little piece. Let's see. Gotta see where I have them and where I don't. You kind of have to hold on to your paper as you're pulling it off. Hold on to the die cut piece is what I mean. Okay, let's see. I've got those three. Still need their backings removed. So I'm just sticking that paper piercing tool into the paper on the top of the dimensional and pulling it off. Works so well. Okay. Now let's get this placed where I want it. And I like to sort of tuck this little leaf in between those two. Now, as you can see, I haven't really pressed them down because I wanted to kind of get my positioning first. So there you go. Now I'm ready to press them down. Is that paper just not stunning? I just love it. And it's just such a nice combination with the more subtle, lovely and linen paper in the background. All right, so now I've got my card base and I've got dimensionals on the back side. I took the edges of some of my mini Stampin' Dimensionals and used those, took advantage of them to get a lot of surface area to my dimensionals. So it would be nice and popped up and not go anywhere. So there's my card. So now I'm going to do an inside, and I really want to do some stamping on this. So I'm going to grab a piece of white. I've got adhesive on the back side just to make it easy for me to show you guys. And on this one, I'm going to use my Evening Evergreen and a couple of the images from the Splendid Day suite or stamp set. I'm using those too. Now, I discovered something kind of funny when I was playing with this. And, oh no, it's called, yeah, Splendid Thoughts is what it's called. It's so hard to remember all the names. Splendid Thoughts, that's what I'm using. Now, I didn't use a sentiment from these because I really didn't have a lot of space to play with there. The only one that would have fit would have been Today is a Day to Remember. And I just wasn't that inspired by using that. And these ones are a lot taller, so then my pieces would sort of not fit. So that's why I chose to use a sentiment from a different set. Okay, so now I'm going to use my Evening Evergreen, and I just want to show you something that I discovered when I was playing with these images. So you stamp this image, right? And in my mind, and probably in a lot of yours, you're thinking, well, this is designed to go right over the top, right? No, it's not. So I'm going to actually stamp this off because I want it to be lighter. It's really just, and it's a beautiful, delicate inside shape there, the texture that's in it. It's not designed to go on top, you see? It's really just to kind of designed to be sort of generally in the same vicinity to sort of give it some dimension, back and forth dimension. So I wanted to show you that before I stamped on my piece. I played with it off camera, and I'm so glad that I did that because I would have been like, wow, why is this not lined up? But it does actually look really pretty, even though it's not lined up. So I'm going to do one of these in the corner and justifying it kind of down towards the bottom. And then I'm going to stamp that one off and do it generally over the image. And there you go. It's actually quite pretty. What do you guys think? I think it's really pretty. Now, I intentionally stamped it low down because you can see here, it doesn't cover that. It sort of makes the bottom look a little bit naked. So I wanted to cut off a little bit of the bottom so it would sort of feel like it filled it out a little bit better. So there's my inside piece. So let's go ahead and put it in. Now I'm on a kick of doing 4 1/4 by 11, the top fold style card. You've probably been seeing me do that a lot lately. Something about it I just like these days. Go through phases with my crafting. Okay, so there we go. Nice, pretty little embellishment for the inside. So there you go. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the other version with the other set of Designer Series paper. And some of this is already put together. So I was kind of on a mission to use this rose gold paper, and it seemed to me like it would go pretty well with this other designer paper. So this is, I've done some of the steps already, and taken my 2 pieces, already attached them, obviously attached my designer paper already. I kind of went a little different route with this because I wanted to bring in some of the pink. These 2 designer paper pieces had more pink in them. And so I thought it would help tie it together. So I've got a, what is this called? Pale Papaya card body. This is one of the last year in colors. Actually, Soft Succulent and Evening Evergreen are also the 21-23 in colors. Oh, you're into the 4 1/4 by 11 too, Jan? Very good. Me too. All right. Okay, so let's finish putting this one together. So what I wanted to show you was how this is in its piece already. And what I can do is on the back side, and having it already in this kind of helps it a little bit easier to hold on to it. So I didn't cut it out on purpose. Now this, I have to remove the backings, just like with the other ones. I'm going to do that quickly. Who else uses this trick with the paper piercing tool? Comment and let me know. I think the more tricks we know, the more fun the craft is. It's like you get a good result and you learn something tricky as well. Okay, let's see if that's all the backings are off. Oh, Nell, you use that? Cool. Okay. I love my paper piercing tool. There is a piercing tool like this on the Take Your Pick tool. It's a little bit fatter, so kind of different use. I don't think we sell this one anymore, but I tend to go with this one just because it's smaller and just a little handier, I guess. Doesn't have a lid, so I don't have to worry about the lid, but I have both of them, and I use my Take Your Pick tool quite a bit too. Oh, look, my die came out. Okay, so the die came out. So I can just lay it on there if I want to. I think it just kind of helps me to see where it is. I've taken off the backing, so I'm just going to hold it like that. And then again, I want this leaf to kind of fall between those two. And having the die on the top really just tells me where it is. And I think that's probably a good position. So I can go ahead and take that off. And this is just another way to do it, to attach your piece. And I'm not going to press it down too hard because then I could probably move it around if I wanted to. But again, I'm going to use my paper piercing tool. I'm going to poke it out of this specialty paper. Now, if the outside line of this shape doesn't have adhesive on it all over, that is totally fine. Part of what I did, of course, was I put the dimensionals so that they straddled in some places. But as long as it has adhesive in some spots, the whole thing will get held down. Okay, we're almost there. Okay, and I think I have one rogue piece. Oh, look at that. Okay, I left that in. Did I mean to leave that in? I didn't leave it in on the other one, but it's fine to leave it in. Just notice that little piece in the center. But there's a dimensional in there, so I guess it's staying in. Yeah, every one turns out a little bit different. All right, so you can see on my original, I took that piece out of the center, but I didn't take it out of this one. I kind of like it better with it out, but I don't know that I could take it off at this point. But you know me, I have to try. I'm going to try. Let's see whether it comes out. Ah, yes. There's going to be stuff showing that shouldn't be showing. So I'm just going to poke that right back in there, and it's just going to be the way it is. But I had to try. Should be fine. Okay, so now we're going to put some dimensionals on the back side of this. And for this one, I'm going to use some foam adhesive sheet pieces just to make it easy and quick. One down the middle and one on each side. I do love how these are so easy to use. It's not a bunch of little backings. It's just some nice long pieces. Okay, now I've shared this before. I'm going to share it again. I think it's another really good trick. When you're using foam adhesive sheets like this, don't take off the whole backing. Just take off part of it. It's super sticky. Once it's down, it's pretty much done. So I like to take off just the top so I can kind of get my positioning just right without it being attached to the whole thing. And then I could just kind of stick my hand in there and pull off those other backings and place it down the rest of the way. Okay, now where I messed with that piece, it's kind of sticking out, so I'm going to have to poke it in just a little bit to get it back in place. Alrighty, so there is my second version. So now this color is Sweet Sorbet, so I stamped it in Sweet Sorbet. And of course the pinks I was hoping would tie in with those pinks. Now when I was doing this, I thought, well, maybe I should try doing something like the soft succulent for my foliage, which I think would actually also look really pretty. Maybe even better than the rose gold. But I already committed to the rose gold. But if you're playing with this, I think you could do multiple different variations. You know, doing your foliage in different colors and whatnot. And you have that nice accent of pattern in the background with the showy die cut pieces in the front. So there's my two pieces. Oh, I'm glad you liked that tip, Nell. It's, I've had more than one occasion where I've used those foam adhesive sheets and it's like fallen down by accident or put it down before I was ready. And it's really hard to get up. Now, if you're familiar with the product called Undo, it's really handy when you put something down. It'll release the adhesive and let you pull it up. But I have the kind of Undo that's like non-toxic. So what that means is it takes a very long time for it to dry and for the adhesive to start working again. So when I'm demonstrating, it doesn't work very well because it would take forever to be able to put it back together again. Okay, I'm looking for, I had another white inside piece. Where did I put it? Ah, there it is. Okay, so for this one, I wanted to do an inside piece as well, using one of the other images in the set. So I've got this and this. And I'm going to use this lovely image with my Pale Papaya, which is the main color that's around the outside edge. So while I'm doing this, which one is your favorite? Do you like the green version or the Pale Papaya and pink version? Inquiring minds want to know. Let me know what you like. All right, so I've got my Pale Papaya, this image right here, and again, with this image, this the piece that goes, the stamp that goes over it is not designed to go directly over it. So again, I'm going to just be, you know, give it that little texture for the background. And it's very subtle using the same color, tone on tone. So I did some second stamping for that inside, but it's like you can barely see it. So I'm going to do one image in the center with it full inking. And that's going to give me a little bit more, you know, variation in the color on that. So there's my inside for that one. And these would be really nice images to put on a the envelope as well. So let's go ahead and put that one inside. And again, I've got adhesive on the back of this already. And there we go. So pretty, right? I love these images. Okay, let's see. I got to go back and see the comments. Bonnie says green. Elizabeth says both. Rita says green. Sharon says green. Nell says Pale Papaya. Okay, well, it's a mix. Seems like a little bit more for the green. But I'm glad some of you like the Pale Papaya one as well. So there you go. It's a little busier, right? Because the patterns are busier in the background. But, you know, just different options. Very fun. Oh, Polly, you like the pink and pale papaya? Wonderful. So glad to know. I will have pictures of both of these on my website. And, of course, I forgot one last little detail, so let's do this together. This one I have some of my opal rounds on, and of course, since I'm using the inks, the papers have several of these colors in them, I can kind of choose which one I want to use. So on this one, I used the soft succulent for my embellishing. Got 1, 2, 3, 4 on there. I didn't put them on this one, but you've seen one that has it on there, so I don't need to worry about that. Now this one, I was toying around and I'm thinking, the pink may be a little too bright. I don't know. Let's just look at it and see what the pink looks like. I'm going to be watching for your votes on which embellishments you like on here. Well, the pink might actually tie it together, but it's so different from the rose gold. I don't know. I'm going to nix that one right away. Now, this is the other one I thought of. Actually, I'm going to try the green first. So this is Evening Evergreen. There's just little touches of the Evening Evergreen in there, but that might be really nice. Charlotte, you're voting for the yellow. I see. You mean the pale papaya, I assume. It kind of looks yellow. So it's closest to yellow. Yeah. Let's see. Let's put that one down. I think the Evening Evergreen might be a little too dark. Let's try this one. Before I did this is where my gut was going, was that I needed that. I do think that this soft succulent would be really nice too. Just a little bit of contrast. Oh, okay, so Sharon, you say green. Do you mean the Evening Evergreen, the dark green, or the light green? Yeah, I don't know. The light green's not doing much for me. Let's just try a dark green on the top and see what we think of that. I don't know. I think either could work. Either this... Oh, I hate when that happens. It went flying across the room. Dang, I'm never going to find that. Okay. Does that happen to you guys, where a piece just goes flying? That's so annoying. Okay, we're trying the green just for the heck of it. I'm not going to mix them. I'm not going to do both, but let's see. Green and that color. Green. I see Jan agrees with pale papaya. So does Elizabeth. Yeah, that's what I'm inclined to also. Okay, that's what we'll do. And now you know what I'm going to be doing after I go off the live. I'm going to be running around. Oh my gosh, check it out. I don't have to look for my embellishment because it ended up on my finger. Hello. It just cracks me up. I didn't lose it after all. I'm so happy. Yes, things fly in your craft room now. It's just, oh my goodness. Well, it's also an issue when I'm assembling product shares, because this happened to me. I was working on some of the embellishments just yesterday, and I'm taking them apart, taking the packaging off, I'm cutting them in half or whatever I'm doing. And then suddenly I look down, it's like one of the things is missing. Like one sequin. It's like I can't send it to somebody with one sequin missing. So I actually texted my friend Wanda after it went missing. It was like, do you happen to have any of this embellishment? I just need one sequin. Fortunately, she had the one sequin. Otherwise, I'd have to go buy a whole pack of another one, and I'd have to delay sending the shares. Anyway, my little crazy story there. All right, so there we go with the pale papaya embellishments in the mix. And there's, of course, the original one with the soft succulent embellishments. So there are my projects. So I will be taking photographs of these, and they will be on my website in a blog post on Saturday with the YouTube video on YouTube as well. Now, before I switch the camera around, I want to show you some of these lovely cards that a few customers and friends have sent me, and team members, all friends, because you'll be able to see them a lot better in here than if I turn the camera around. And let's take my paper away so it'll be a nice clean surface. Okay, so this first one comes from my friend Peggy Reish. Sent me this lovely card, and she invited me to her recent birthday party. Sent me a thank you note for the gift that I gave her. This one comes from Pam, who's one of my team members. Gorgeous card, Pam. I have been meaning to thank you for this card for the longest time. Is that not gorgeous? It's so pretty. I love all those flowers. Makes me think of the wildflowers that I saw when I was in the mountains this past week. So love that. Thank you so much, Pam. And this one comes from Shelly Nichols, who is also one of my team members. Isn't that gorgeous? So pretty. I love what she did. This is actually, and I don't know if she thought of this, but it's similar idea to a technique that I shared at one of the Maker's Mojo Creative Escapes, where we played with water. Now, she's definitely, I don't know if she did exactly the same thing, but either way, beautiful, beautiful range of colors. Oh my gosh, Shelly, I love this. I just got this a few days ago. And I love it. I want you to know I love it. I hope you're watching or watch later. And then just today, I think it was today, maybe yesterday, got this from Megan. Megan's right there. Hi, Megan. Oh, you like the pale papaya card, Megan? Megan just sent this to me. She also sent back all the chipboard pieces that go into shares and other things that I send to her. So thank you so much, Megan, both for the beautiful card and for sending me that chipboard back. I will make good use of it for sure. Okay, now I also have to show you without, revealing too much on the inside. She did a beautiful job on the inside as well. So I'm just going to show you this part. I don't know that you want people reading what she wrote to me, although it was a lovely note. But isn't that sweet? It's so sweet. I love it's watercolor paper. She colored it in multiple colors. One of my favorite color combinations. So pretty. And then on the back, a cute another die cut, also watercolored. And then there's another little one right there. So sweet, right? Oh my gosh, Megan, so sweet. Thank you very much. The best. Okay, very grateful to all of you for the lovely cards you sent. All right, so we're going to wrap up, but while I have the camera facing down, I also want to show those of you that are interested the planner that you can get when you join. Before I do that, I'll do some quick reminders on other updates so that if anybody wants to be reminded of the other updates, you'll have that information. So let's see. The other updates, right? So celebrations going on right now. Remember to get your freebies before they're gone, right? Sales tax holiday coming. Make sure to check out if your state has a sales tax holiday and if it applies to you. Let's see what else. And if you're interested in hosting a party, let me know. You can either do one with your own purchase or with a group of friends. I'm happy to initiate your very own host code. And just let me know you need it, and I'd be happy to send it to you and work you through all the details of being a host. Let's see what else. And of course, Maker's Mojo Creative Escape. Sign up now. Okay, I forgot to mention that we're doing some different things with prizes. I'm going to talk about that. I'll talk about that at the end after I switch the camera around. But bottom line is we want people to register by tomorrow, because the sooner you register, the sooner you get into the Facebook group, the more prize opportunities you'll have to take advantage of. So I'm going to leave it at that and show you this planner, and then I'll tell you the rest after I turn the camera around. I feel funny talking to you without having you see me. I don't know why. Okay, so this is the planner, and it comes with a couple of things. So this is the planner collection. So it has the Making Plans stamp set, which you can use to stamp inside on the pages if you want. Comes with these 3 lovely notebooks. And again, this is the gift that you get when you buy the starter kit during the months of July and August during celebration. So 3 different notebooks. They have different insides. So this one has sort of grid paper style. This one had plain pages. And then this last one has lines. So you can use these however you want. Take notes about your projects, creative projects, or whatever. Now, I have some of the contents that was given to me inside, but you also get, this is all the other insert pages you get. I've gotten them organized in here. I didn't want to put them all in because this is enough materials for the planner to last, 18 months. So July through December of 2023, and then January through December of 2024. So it's a lot of material. So I only put a select amount in so that it wouldn't be too fat or heavy, but I will take those pages and place them inside when I'm ready for the next round. So this is what it looks like inside. Because I had a seat on the angle there. Lovely little spots to put your cards, business cards or whatever, credit cards, a spot here to put something, In the back, you've got this little pocket, a spot to put a pen. You just put it right in there. And this is magnetized. It shuts in with a magnet. And so here's all the months, right? So the months of the year. I'm going to start with 7 because that's the month we're in. And I've been gone for the last 2 weeks, so I have not put a single thing into this yet because I wasn't planning while I was gone. I was just like living, you know, only working just a little bit. But I want to just take you through 1 month quickly, just so you can see all the different pages that it gives you. So the monthly focus, just organizing important days, goals, shopping list, excited about, remember to, you know, all these different things you could use. And then it gives you the full month. So the actual, you know, full month. And then you got weekly priorities here. And so you have pages for each week. So Monday through Sunday, and then one spread like that for each week and the weekly goals. And then so we got enough for the full month of those pages. And then at the end, a monthly review, highlights, accomplishments, challenges, reflections, this whole section here for however you want to use it. To-do lists, right? Who doesn't have like a million to-do lists? I do. And then more just spaces here to take notes and however you want to use it. And I love this pattern. They brought it forward when, I think the 30th anniversary of Stampin' Up, and they've carried it into grid paper and into this planner and all kinds of things. And it's just so pretty. I even have a bag, like a grocery bag that I bought from Stampin' Up that's has this beautiful pattern. So that is the planner. Please feel free to ask questions about it if you want. Let me know if you'd like to discuss becoming a Stampin' Up demonstrator. And when I say that, I say it loosely because a lot of people join and they never actually even host a party. They don't actually do parties or sell to anybody. They just buy from themselves or maybe a few friends to help keep to their minimums. So there is no obligation to sell if you don't want to, but it's a wonderful community to be a part of. So if you're interested in learning more, please let me know. I would be thrilled to have a conversation with you about it. And, you know, it would be a no pressure conversation. I timed that. I was being funny. Because while of course I'm biased and I love the experience of being a demonstrator, my goal would be to help you figure out if it's the right choice for you. And that just depends on your life situation and what you want and need. So happy to help you figure that out if that's something you are interested in. And if you become a Treehouse Chick, that's what I call my team members, Treehouse Chicks. You get other benefits that are from me specifically, not just Stampin' Up. So you get certain things from Stampin' Up, and then you get certain things from me, like the Simple Sweet Stampers tutorial bundle each month, and my electronic technique classes every other month, completely free. And the Maker's MOJO Creative Escapes, you can earn those every quarter for free as well. You get your first one for free as well. So no matter what. So yeah, lots of fun perks, and it's a great community to be a part of, and lots of creative sharing. We have a team Facebook group and all that. So there's lots of fun to be had if you buy the starter kit and join my team. So again, let me know if you have questions. I'm happy to help. Okay, let's see. Oh, you think it's an interesting layout? I hope you like it. Megan, I want you to join. Become a chick with me. But I'll love you either way. I love that you're part of my community. All right, so let's see what else. What was else did I do? Oh, yes, right. So Maker's MOJO. We'll come full circle back around to that. So this time around, the event is on July 29th and 30th. That's the live event. But you can join in whenever you want. Now, the sooner you join in, the more prize opportunities you will have. We're doing what we're calling play-along posts, which we did last time, but this time we're doing it slightly differently. We have 10 play-along posts, basically just fun and creative questions that we're going to ask. We ask you to respond to them, and if you respond to them in the comments for each particular post, you get an entry in the drawing for that post. So 10 unique posts, 10 unique prize drawings. The thing that's different, because we did this last time, and it takes place in the event group. So it's a private Facebook group. So you're only in that group if you sign up and join the event and pay for the event, or you're a team member to get it for free. So when you get into the group, those posts are going to start on the 16th of July. So today's the 14th. So we're inviting and encouraging people to sign up by the 15th so that you can participate in all the play along posts, because each of those play along posts and drawings is only going to last about 2 days. So we're going to have them live for drawing entries for like 2 days each, and they're going to go live in successive days in the 2 weeks before the event, because we're pretty much just about 2 weeks from the event, because it starts on Friday the 29th and today's Thursday, so just about 2 weeks. So if you're going to sign up for Maker's Mojo, do it soon so you can take advantage of all the Prize Patrol drawings. Now, we're also doing Prize Patrol. That was play along post. So we're doing Prize Patrol drawings as well. And those, everybody, no matter how you sign up or how you partake in the event, will get entered in those as long as you sign up and RSVP for the event by the 28th of July. And that's only so that we can draw winners before we go live the next day. So if you register after the 28th, you'll still get to take advantage of all the amazing content, watch all the videos and get all the PDFs and all that. You just won't be able to do the prize drawings, except for one. If you're in the Facebook group and you share project ideas as a photograph in the dedicated albums for each presentation, the grand prize winner will be drawn from among those people that contribute ideas. So we really want to know that what we shared, people were inspired by, and when you actually create and share what you've created, that shows us that we did our job, because we want to inspire you to create and see what you create. So that's why the grand prize is for among those people who contribute to the albums. Let's see, what else can I tell you? Oh yes, if you're not on Facebook, well, you're on Facebook here. But if you decide you don't want to be on Facebook for the live event, that's okay. Everybody who participates, whether you join Facebook or not, will get an email about a week after the event with links to all the PDFs and all the videos. So you'll have access to all of that content no matter what. And that's really the main reason for the event, although we do throw in all this other fun with prizes and play-along posts and all that kind of stuff. All righty, that is pretty much it. I just shared a lot of information. I will have some links in the description of this video and in the YouTube video. After I go live, after I finish up, I will put all that information into the description of the video, so you'll have access to it and links and whatnot. So, but at any time, feel free to reach out to me and ask me questions. I am here to help and make your crafting easier, make your life more fun. That's my goal. So anyway, I will be back. Okay, I will be back next Thursday. Now, I don't usually do 2 consecutive Thursdays, but because I skipped a few, I've decided I'm going to do a live next Thursday. So I hope you will join me next Thursday for more paper crafting fun. All right, guys, you guys have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Thank you so much for joining me, and happy crafting. Mwah!